are going to discuss about word problem in exercise 1.2, the question number 11 and 12. Take your textbook, page number 70 and look at the question number 11. Question number 11. The question is, the distance between the school and a student's house is 1 kilometer 875 meter. Every day she walks both ways. Find the total distance covered by her in 6 days. Here the question is, the distance between the school and a student's house is 1 kilometer 875 meter. The distance between school and the student's house is 1 kilometer 875 meter. And the students walk both ways in every day. She walks in the morning from her house to school and in the evening from school to house. So she walks in both ways in one day. And we want to find the total distance covered by her in 6 days. So we want to find the total distance covered by the students in 6 days. For finding that, we want to write the steps. So the first step is given that the distance between school and student's house, or the distance covered between school and house, which is 1 kilometer 875 meter. So question number 11. Answer. First step is distance covered between school and house. Distance covered between school and school and house. School and student's house. How many kilometers? 1 kilometer and 875 meter. 1 kilometer 875 meter. And for finding the total distance covered in 6 days, first we want to convert kilometers into meters. Here the distance covered is given as kilometer and meter. So we want to convert kilometers into meter. So for converting kilometers into meter, we multiply the number of kilometers into 1000. For converting kilometers into meter, we multiply the number of kilometers into 1000. Here 1 kilometer. So we want to convert 1 kilometer into meter. So multiply the number of kilometers. Number of kilometers is 1. So we multiply 1 into 1000. 1 into 1000. And 875 is in meter. So we add 875 with it. Okay. And 1 into 1000. 1000. 1 into 1. 1. Then in 1000 there is 3 zeros. So we put 3 zeros. And plus 875 is equal to 1000. 1000 plus 875. We get 1875 meter. So first we write the first step, distance covered between school and the house. It is 1 kilometer 875 meter, and we want to convert kilometer into meter. For converting kilometer into meter, we multiply the number of kilometer into 1000 and add the number in meters, and we get 1875 meter. So distance covered between school and house is 1875 meter. And the next step is, the student or she walk in both ways in each day. So the next step is distance travelled by the student in one day. Distance travelled by the student in one day. For finding the distance travelled in one day, both ways. So we multiply 1875 into 2 and we get 1875 into 2. 5 2s are 10. 1. 7 2s are 14. 14 plus 1 15. 5. Remainder 1. 8 2s are 16. 16 plus 1 7. Remainder 1. 1 2 is 2 plus 1 3. So answer is 3750 meter. 3750 meter. And in the question we want to find the total distance covered in 6 days. So for finding the total distance covered in 6 days, we multiply the total distance travelled by the student in 1 day into 6 number of days. Number of days is 6. So we multiply total distance covered in 1 day, that is 3750 into total number of days, that is 6. So our next step is total distance covered by the student in 6 days. Total distance covered in 6 days. Finding the total distance covered in 6 days, we multiply the distance travelled in 1 day, that is 3750 into total number of days, that is 6. We want to find the total distance covered in 6 days, so we multiply this into 6. And for multiplying 3750 into 6, we get 6 into 0, 0, 6 5s are 30, remainder 3. 7 6 are 42 plus 3, 4, 45, 5, remainder 4, 6 into 3, 18, 18 plus 2, 20, 18 plus 4, 22. So the answer is, how can we read this number? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousand and 10,000. So 22,500 meter. Answer is 22,500. Answer is 22,500 meter. And we want to write it convert kilometers. We write the first 3 digits from the right as meters, that is 500 as meters, and the remaining digit as kilometer. So we get 22 kilometer 500 meter. So this is the answer for 11th question. And the total distance covered by the students in 6 days are 22 kilometer 500 meter. And the next question and the last question in exercise 1.2 is, look at the question and read the question carefully. A vessel has 4 liters and 500 milliliter of curd. A vessel has 4 liters and 500 milliliters of curd. Then the question is, in how many glasses each of 25 milliliter capacity can it be filled? And here 25 milliliter is the capacity of each glass. For capacity of 1 glass, capacity of 1 glass is 25 milliliter. And we want to find the number of glasses that it can be filled with the 4 liters and 500 milliliters of curd. And for finding the answer, we write the steps involved in the question. And the first step is, here given the quantity of curd in the vessel, that is 4 liters and 500 milliliter. So the first step is quantity of curd in the vessel. Question number 12. First step, quantity of curd in the vessel. Quantity of curd in the vessel. How many liters of curd contained in the vessel? 4 liters and 500 milliliter. 4 liter and 500 milliliter. And here the unit is given in liters and milliliters, and we want to convert liters into milliliters. Here 4 is in liter and 500 is in milliliter, and we convert liter into milliliter. So converting liters into milliliters, we multiply the number of liters into 1000. Here 4 is in liters, so we multiply 4 into 1000. 4 into 1000, and we add the numbers in milliliter, that is 500. And we get 4 into 1000, 1 into 4, 4, and here 3 zeros. Put 3 zeros and plus 500. And we get 4000 plus 500, we get 4500 milliliter. 4500 milliliter. And the next step is here also given capacity of each glass, each of 25 milliliter capacity. 25 milliliter is the capacity of one glass or capacity of each glass. So the next step is capacity of each glass or capacity of one glass. So the next step is capacity of each glass is equal to 25 milliliter. And we want to find how many number of glasses can it be filled. And the last step is number of glasses that can be filled with the curd. We want to find the number of glasses that can be filled with the curd. For finding the number of glasses, we use division, and we divide the quantity of curd in the vessel, that is 4500, divided by capacity of each glass, that is 25. So we divide 4500 divided by 25. Total quantity of curd divided by capacity of each glass. Then we get the answer, or we get the number of glasses that can be filled with the curd. So divide the following: 4500 divided by 25. 125 is 25. 5 minus 5, 0. 4 minus 2, 2. Then put down the 0. Then 200. 8, 25 is 200. Then again 0. Then we write 0 here. And we get 180. And the answer is 180. For dividing this number, we get 180. So this is the answer. That means 180 glasses can be filled with the curd. We use 180 glasses. Number of glasses filled with that can be filled with the curd is 180. Okay. So exercise 1.2 is over, and the next portion is estimation. Estimation means an approximate calculation is called estimation. It's a rough calculation. Estimation is a rough calculation, and today we are going to learn about estimation of numeration. That is, estimation means rounding of numbers. Estimation of numerals. Estimation of numerals. Estimation means rounding of numbers. of something is called estimation. Simply estimation is the rounding of numbers. And we estimate numbers by using nearest tens, nearest hundreds and nearest thousands. We estimate numbers or rounding of numbers to the nearest 10, nearest 100 and nearest 1000. So, let us discuss how can we estimate or rounding of numbers. Here, I write a number 12, which is that can be estimated into nearest 10. So, in 12 is comes between 10 and 20. 12 is comes between 10 and 20, and in 10 and 20 the middle point is 15. Middle is 15, and the number that can be given in the given is less than 50. Then we round down, and the number is greater than 50. Then we round up. Okay, so here number is 12, that is less than 50. So we rounded down. So we write 10. If the number is 16, then we rounded up, which means the number is greater than 15. So we write 20, or the number we can round it off the number as 20. 20 is the nearest tens of 16. Let us see an easy way to estimate numbers. Here, is a question. Estimate the number nearest 10. Estimate. The question is estimate the number. Estimate the number to the nearest 10. To the nearest 10. Here generally we say that 847 is between 840 and 850, and the middle point is for 845. Here 847. So we rounded up and we can write 850. And in an easy way we want to estimate the number to the nearest 10. So we take the place values ones, tens and hundreds. In this question we want to rounding off the numbers to the nearest 10. So we take the first two numbers, that is in ones and tens position. This is in ones and tens position. So we want to write the nearest 10 of the number, and we round the digit in the tens position or tens column. We round the digit in the tens column because we want to write the nearest 10 of the number. So we round the digit in the tens position, and we off the number that comes before the number. That is the 7 comes before the number. So we off the number. So rounding off, we round the number to the tens position. So we want to find the 10 nearest 10, and we off the numbers just comes before the rounding numbers. And here we see, just look the number that comes just before the rounding number. If in this numeral the number that just comes before the rounding number, rounding digit is 7, and the number that comes just before the rounding number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there is no change. There is no change in the rounding figure. There is no change in the rounding figure. There is no change in the rounding figure. If the number that comes just there is a change in the rounding figure. Change in the rounding figure. Which means change in the rounding figure means we add 1 to the rounding figure. So once again I repeated that we want to find the nearest 10 to the nearest 10 of the number 847. For finding the nearest 10, we take the 2 digits from the right, that is the digits in ones and tens column, and we round the digit in tens position. We round the digit in tens position, and of the number that comes before the rounding digits. And if the we put 0 in the off position. For writing the nearest 10, we write 0 in the off position. Here 1's position is off, 7 is off, so we write 0 in the 7th position. Okay, because it is the off number. And then the next position, write the next digit. We just look at the digit that just comes before the rounding figure. The digit that just comes before the rounding figure is 7. If the number just comes before is 7, then there is a change in rounding figure. Here rounding figure is 4. Then here it is 7. So the rounding figure will be changed. Which means we add 1 to the rounding figure. That means we add 1 to 4. Okay. That is 4 plus 1, 5. So we can write here 5. 4 plus 1, 5. We add 1 to 4. 1 to the digit 4 because the rounding digit. So the digit that comes just before the rounding digit is 7. If the number is 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, then we add the 1 to the rounding digit. So we get 5. Then we write 8 here. So the nearest 10 is 850. Nearest 10 to the number or numeral 847 is 850. Let us see another example. Here is another example, 642. 642. And we want to rounding of the number. Rounding of to the nearest. Nearest 10. Same question. Nearest 10. The easy way. So we want to rounding of the number to the nearest 10. So we take the 2 numbers from the right. That is in ones and tens position. And to the nearest 10. So we round the digit in tens position because we want to rounding of to nearest 10. So we round the number in tens position. And then we off the number that just comes before the rounding digit. And for estimate, we put zeros in the rounding in the place of off number. So we put 0 in the 2 position. And write the tens position. We just look at the digit that just comes before the rounding digit. Here, that digit that just comes before the rounding digit is 2. Here it is 2. Then 0. When the digit that comes just before the rounding digit is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there is no change in the rounding number. We write the same number here. So here is 2. When the number is 2, there first two digits from the right, that is ones and tens position, and rounding the number to the nearest 10, we round now digits in tens position and off the number that comes before the rounding digits, and we off the number, and we put 0 in the off number position, so we write 0, and to write the round number digit in rounded figure, we just look at the off number. The off number is 5. Off number is 5. Then we add 1 to the rounded number. The off number that comes just before the rounding number is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then there is a change in rounding figure. There is a change in rounding figure, which means we add 1 to the rounding digit. So here is rounded digit is 2, and here off number is 5. Here 5. There is a change. So we add 1 to 2. So we get 2 plus 1, 3, and we write 2, 1. Okay, and we get 1230. So this is the nearest 10 of the numeral 1225. So discuss about another example. The question is change rounding off to the nearest hundreds. Rounding of the number to the nearest 100. Here same question is given 847. Here we want to rounding of this number to the nearest 100. Okay. So nearest 100 means we take the place values up to 100 position, ones, tens and hundreds. So we take 3 digits from the right side. And to the nearest rounding of the numbers to the nearest 100, we round the number at the 100th position. Okay, or 100th place. We round the number at the 100th place. Here 8 is in 100th place. So we round 8. Round the digit 8 because we want to write the nearest 100 of this number. So we round the digit in 100th place, and then we off the number that comes before the rounded number. Here 2 numbers comes before the rounded number, so we off the 2 numbers or 2 digits. And so we want to write the nearest 100. We round the digits in 100 position and off the 2 numbers that comes before the rounded figure. And for estimate, we write zeros at the off numbers position. Here 2 numbers are off, so we write 2 zeros at the off number of digits position. And here 8 is a rounded position. 8 is rounded. Then we look at the, for writing the rounded digits in rounded position, we just look at the digit that just before the rounding digit, rounded digits. The digits, here is 2 digits comes before the rounded digits, and the digit just before the rounded digit is 4. Just before the rounded digit is 4. So the number that just before the rounded digit is 4, then there is no change in the rounded number. If the number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, there is no change in the rounded number. So we write 8 here because here is 4. If this number is 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, there is no change in the rounded number. So we write 8 here. And the number that nearest to the nearest 100 is 800. And another question, 1802. And we want to write the nearest 100 of this numeral. And we take nearest 100 and we take up to Okay, and we put zeros at the off number. These are the off numbers, and we put zeros at the off digits positions. And here we write the digits in hundreds position. We just look at the tens or just look at the digit that just comes before the rounded digit. Here the number that just comes after before the rounded digit is 9. The number that just comes before the rounded digit is 9. Then there is a change in rounding figure, which means we add 1 to the rounded figure. Here rounded figure or rounded digit is 8. We add 1 to the rounded digit. We get 8 plus 1, 9. Then we write 1 here. So the nearest 100 to the numeral 1892 is 1900. Okay. So the next question is rounding of the numbers to the nearest 1000. Nearest 1000. In the same way, the question is 1286. Then, how can we rounding of the number to the nearest 1000? Yes, for rounding of the number to the nearest 1000, we rounded the digits at the thousands place. Here, ones, tens, hundred, thousands. For nearest 1000, we rounded the digit at the thousands position. And we of the numbers that comes before the rounded figure. Okay, and we for estimate we write zeros at the off number position. Here 3 digits are off numbers, so we write zeros at the off digits position. And for writing the digits in rounded figure, we just look at the digit that just comes before the rounded digit. Here 2 is just comes before the rounded digit. If the number is 2, then there is no change in the rounded figure. If the number is 2, there is no change in the rounded figure. So here is 2, so we can write 1 here. Because here is 2, there is no change in the rounding figure. So the number is 1000. So the nearest 1000 of the number 1286 is 1000. And another example. 3942. So we want to rounding of the numbers to the nearest 1000. For nearest 1000, first we rounded the digits at the thousands position, and of the number digits that it comes before the rounded digits. Okay, and for rounding off, we put zeros at the off number of digits position. Here these 3 digits are off, so we write or put zeros at the off digit position. And for writing the digits at rounded position, we just look at the digit that just comes before the rounded digit. Here the digit that just comes before the rounded digit is 9. The digit is 9. So the digit is 5, 6, 7. If the digits that just comes before the rounded digit is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then there is a change in the rounding number, that is we add 1 to the rounded number. Here 9 is comes just before the rounded number, so we add 1 to the rounded number. So we get 3 plus 1, we get 4. 846. We want to rounding of this number to the nearest thousand. So let us see. We take the numbers up to thousands position, hundreds, thousand. Here is in thousands position. Is nothing is in thousands position. So we write 0 at the thousand position. And in the same way, nearest thousand, write the nearest thousand. We round the digit at the thousand position. So 0 is the thousand is at thousand position, and we of the digits that comes before the thousand position or rounded figure. And we put zeros to the off number position. Here the positions are off, so we put zeros to the off digit positions. And for write the digits that comes at the rounded position, we just look at the digit at the hundreds position. That is 8. If the digit is 8, then we add 1 to the rounded number. Here rounded number is rounded digit is 0. So we add 1 to 0. 0 plus 1, 1. So the answer is 1000. So nearest to 1000 of the numeral 846 is 1000. There is another question. The number is given 247 and 2936. We want to write to the nearest 10, nearest 100 and nearest 1000 of these two numbers. The first number is 247. First we write to the nearest 10 or estimate to the nearest 10 or rounding of the number to the nearest 10. For write or estimate to nearest 10, first we write the number 247 and to estimate to the nearest 10. So we rounded the digits at the tens position because we want to round off this number to the nearest 10. So we rounded the digit at the tens position. And then of the number that comes before the rounded digit. And for rounding off, we put 0 or write 0 at the off digit position. Then for write the digit at the rounded position, we just look at the digit that just comes before the rounded digit. If the digit that just comes before the rounded digit is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then there is no change. No change in the rounded number. If this number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then there is no change in the rounded number. If the number that just comes before the rounded number, that is this number is if 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then there is a change. Change means we add 1 to the rounded number. We add 1 to the rounded number. Let us see. Here, the number or the digit that comes just before the rounded digit is 7. So, if this number or the digit that just comes before the rounded digit is 7, then there is a change. If the digit is 7, then there is a change in the rounded number, rounded digit, which means we add 1 to the rounded figure. Here rounded digit is 4, then we add 1 to the rounded digit. That means 4 plus 1, 5. Then we write 2 here. So 250 is the nearest 10 of the number 247. And in the same number, we write the nearest 100 of the same number. So write the nearest 100 or rounding of this number to the nearest 100. We write the for writing the digit that comes at the rounded digit position, we just look at the digit that just comes before the rounded digit. Here the digit that just comes before the rounded digit is 4. If two numbers are off, both numbers are comes before the rounded number, but 4 is just before the rounded number. So we just look at the digit that just comes before the rounded number. Then it is 4. If the digit is 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, then there is no change in the rounded figure. Here is it here, it is 4, then there is no change in the rounded figure. So we write 2 here. So 200 is the nearest 100, the number 247. And in the same, if you want to write the or rounding of to the nearest thousand of the same number. So for estimate to the nearest thousand, we write the number 247, and we round the digit at the thousands position because we want to estimate to the nearest thousand. Here the digits in the positions are ones, tens, hundreds. There is nothing in thousands position, so we put zero in thousands position, and then we rounded the digit that comes at the thousands position, and we off the number that comes before the thousand position. And for estimating, we put zeros at the off position, and for writing the digit at the rounded position, we just look at the digit that just comes before the rounded digit. It is 2. So if 2, there is no change in the rounded figure, so we write 0 here. So 0 is the nearest thousand of the number 247. So the next question is 2936. We want to write the nearest 10, nearest 100 and nearest thousand of the number 2936. First we want to estimate or rounding of this number to the nearest 10. First we write the number 2936 and rounding of the number to the nearest 10. For that we round the digit at the 10th position. For estimate the nearest 10, we rounded the digit at the 10th position, and of the number that comes before the rounded digit, and then we put zeros at the off number position, and for writing the digit in rounded position, we just look at the digit that just comes before the rounded digit, which is 6. 6 is just before the rounded digit 3. So if the digit that just comes before the rounded digit is 6, there is a change. Change means we add 1 to the rounded digit. So 3 plus 1, 4, and we write 9 and 2. So we get 2940. 2940 is the nearest letter of the number 2936. And the next column is nearest 100. For finding the nearest 100, we write the number 2936, and to estimate to nearest 100, we rounded the number that comes at the hundreds position or hundreds place, and of the numbers that comes before the rounded digit. And for estimate, we put zeros at the rounded digits, and to write the digit that comes at the rounded position, we just look at the digit that just comes before the rounded digit. If the digit is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, there is no change in the rounded figure. Here the number that just comes before the digit, rounded digit is 3, figure. So we write 9 here and write 2. So 2900 is the nearest 100 of this number. And we want to write nearest 1000 of the same number. For writing that, we write the number 2936. And to write the nearest 1000, we round the digit at the thousands position because we estimate to the nearest 1000. And of the numbers that it comes before the rounded digits. And rounded of the numbers, put zeros to the off number position. Here three digits are off. So put zeros to the off digit position. And write the digits at the rounded position. We just look at the digit that just comes before the rounded digit. Here the digit that just comes before the rounded digit is 9. If the digit is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then there is a change in the rounded number. That means we add 1 to the rounded number. We add 1 to the rounded number too because the digit that just comes before the rounded digit is 9. So 2 plus 1, 3. And the nearest 1000 is 3000. So this is the easy way to find rounding of numbers to the nearest 10, nearest 100 and nearest 1000. And here is an exercise 1.3 is about estimation that we will discuss in our next class, and study well. Okay, thank you.